So now we are going to, good morning again. We are going to discuss about sexual reproduction. As you know, the sexual reproduction is the best method of reproduction because it is safe from predator. Development of organism takes place inside the womb, so it is safe from predator, and it is best for evolution because in these two gametes they come together, they meet together, and then after they give rise to the organism which contain the parental character, one from mother side and one from father side. Means paternal character and maternal character lead the organism to survive in adverse condition. Now this fertilization, or you can say the sexual reproduction, it consists of three stages that is known as pre-fertilization. Pre-fertilization means the formation of gametes. Fertilization, which may be of two types, internal and external. Internal means inside the womb, inside the body part, like human being, many mammals, many reptiles, many apes, they give birth of the organism. So it may take place internally. It is very safe. External, in some of the species and the amphibians, especially frog, they go for external fertilization. What happened in this condition? As you read in class 11, the male, they run behind the female, and in fear the female start ovulating. And in this ovulation, the male, they also release, because they are excited, they start releasing their sperm continuously. So in this condition, both this sperm and ova, they come in the medium of water, they come together and they start fertilizing outside the body. That is known as external fertilization. Now the next is post-fertilization event. Post-fertilization means the development of zygote, zygote into embryo, embryo into fetus, fetus into organism. Now you can ask him, ma'am, what is the difference between this embryo, fetus and all. So afterward we will discuss that. Now we are going to discuss about the type of gametes. Gametes which is produced by the organism, it is of different kind. You read in class 11. That is anisogamous, isogamous and oogamous. Iso, aniso and oo. As I told you people earlier also that isogamous means similar gamete. Similar gamete means both the male and female, they are having only and only the similar structure. So this is known as isogamous. Anisogamous, in this anyone, either male or female, one will be big and one will be small. So that is known as anisogamous. And oogamous, as you know, in human beings, the egg is bigger than the sperm. The sperm size is smaller. So that is known as oogamous. So these are the type of gametes which takes place at the age of puberty. They may go for fertilization. It will go for fertilization. As I told you, fertilization may be of two types, internal and external. Now we are going to discuss about the post-fertilization. Post-fertilization means after the meeting of the two gametes, that you will discuss in the next chapter, chapter 2 and chapter 3. We will discuss about the plant, how the gametes, they come together and meet with each other. So in a very short manner, you are knowing also that both these gametes, they come together, they fuses with each other, and the formation of zygote takes place. So this zygote, one is in and the second one is in. Both of them, they get together and they make 2N. 2N means the diploid organism. And this diploid organism, here the cleavage takes place. What takes place? Cleavage. Cleavage means mitotic division takes place. And due to this mitotic division, the development of embryo takes place, and the process is known as embryogenesis. So gametogenesis is the process in which formation of gametes takes place. Embryogenesis is the process in which development of embryo takes place, And organogenesis is the process in which organ system develop inside the organism. So these are the post-fertilization event, means zygote formation, embryo, and then after fetus. Now, what is the difference between the zygote, embryo and fetus? Zygote means two ends coming together and the result is known as zygote. Whereas embryo means in zygote the continuously mitotic division takes place. You will read in third chapter or in chapter 2 also. They go for cleavage formation, means mitotic division takes place. Mitotic division you read in class 11. That one cell divide into 2. Now 2 will divide into 4. So likewise they divide and this is known as embryo. If it is plant, the embryo may develop into 2 cotyledons or 1 cotyledons, that we call monocot and dicot. But if it is taking place in human being, so as you know the fetus formation takes place. Fetus means undeveloped baby which do not have all organ system. Only and only some organ develop. You will read in chapter 3 that the first organ developed inside the human being is only and only the brain, and then after is heart. So this is the difference between the embryo, the zygote and fetus. Now several terms we have to know in this chapter. That is the first one you will know about one flower that is known as Estrobilanthus kunthiana. This flower is famous for their flowering, which flower once, only once after 12 years. Means after 12 years the flowering takes place in Estrobilanthus kunthiana. One plant is there which may flower only once in their life, and that is bamboo tree. Bamboo tree only once flower in their life. Now after that also many organisms are there which do not go for fertilization. Then also the organism develop. If it is taking place in plant, we call them as parthenocarpy. And if it is taking place in human being or in animals, especially in honeybee and all, you will read in chapter 3 and chapter 2. This we will discuss in detail about this parthenocarpy and parthenogenesis. So again and again I am telling you that parthenogenesis is the process which always takes place in animals, whereas parthenocarpy is the process in which formation of organism takes place without fertilization. Means the honeybee, they hover of the fruit juice, they get excited, after that they start laying the egg. That is parthenogenesis. Naturally parthenocarpy takes place in plant. In banana they produce seedless fruit. So this banana is natural parthenocarpy. Means without fertilization only the formation of organism is taking place. Now the next is, after this parthenogenesis and parthenocarpy, we will discuss about the several terms in this. One is neoteny. Neoteny is the process in which the gonads develop in larval stage. That never takes place in any organism. In larval stage only the gonads means sex organ develop in an organism, that is known as neoteny. So many terms you have to remember here. That is emasculation. Emasculation, I told you, it is a process in which the anther may be removed with the help of forceps and the flower is covered either for self-pollination or cross-pollination. The second is meiosis. Meiosis is the process in which the gamete formation, means the mother cell undergo for meiosis, that is known as meiosis. Haploid means the gametes, if they contain one set of chromosome, that is known as haploid. Otherwise, this one, N, we call it as haploid. The 2N, we called it as diploid. Embryo just now we discussed, fetus just now we discussed. So you have to make very good notes in a bio copy. First you make a bio copy and start writing the notes. And all the figure given in your NCERT, that is very important for you. So at the last or while writing the notes, if you are getting the figure, you may introduce figure also there, which is very important, which always come in 1 marks question. Now the next point is that how to make notes and how to make the question answer. So some question answer I have given you in assignment, and that you have to do in bio copy only. That you will not do in any another copy. After completing your chapter and all, or in the mid also, if you want, you can write those questions. Figure you will draw in a very neat manner with the help of pencil. Leveling should be always and always in right side. So thank you. We have completed now chapter first. Next session will be for chapter